Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. So now, this is crazy. Did Vanessa Bryant lie during Kobe Hall of Fame induction speech? During an emotional speech on Saturday night celebrating Kobe Bryant's induction into the Hall of Fame, Vanessa Bryant made a strong statement regarding his parents. My husband and I were sitting at our kitchen island, and he and I had a conversation about my father and mother-in-law attending tonight's enshrinement, she said. I invited my mother and father-in-law to tonight's enshrinement to thank them for bringing one of the most amazing human beings into this world. Pam and Joe, thank you for raising Kobe to be exceptional. Thank you to all of Kobe's family. Shariah, you've gone above and beyond. I love you. Unfortunately, controversy has arisen over that particular statement. According to the Jasmine brand, Kobe's family was not invited and was disrespected in the lead up to the ceremony. Anansa Sims, who is allegedly best friends with Kobe's sister Shia, started things off by posting this message to Instagram. Okay, I put the post up, guys. It is way too long for me to read. But hold on. Okay, now. Shortly thereafter, Sims then went on to claim that Kobe's family was mistreated in the lead up to the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. They were asked by a third party from the Hall of Fame if they wanted to purchase tickets to the Hall of Fame. It was made clear that tickets, flights, and hotel accommodations wouldn't be taken care of. She didn't stop there. His parents didn't just choose not to go to the Hall of Fame. His parents were totally disrespected at his memorial. They weren't personally invited to the Hall of Fame. She wrote in another comment. Sims then followed up with a direct response to Vanessa's claims. I believe they would have purchased the tickets they were offered had they known he said they wanted them there, and there was more. If they would have known that prior to hearing it in the Hall of Fame speech last night, I believe with all my heart that they would have attended. And I believe it would have brought them so much comfort to know that that's what was in their son's sick heart and mind. It's sad that Kobe's memory is being tarnished in this way, regardless of what the truth is. Everyone knows he and Vanessa had a complicated relationship with his parents. Before it to come out in this fashion at a time that was supposed to be dedicated to celebrating him is a bad look for all parties involved. This past week has been filled with loving tributes to Kobe, from Pau Gasol talking about the two sides of his personality, to Gary Payton describing why he irked veterans so much, to Michael Jordan sharing his last text message exchange with the beloved Los Angeles Lakers star. It has been a week full of positivity and love. Hopefully things can return to that and everyone can move on from this petty drama. And yeah, I agree with the article. It is petty. It's drama. Kobe Bryant and his family were not speaking because they never accepted his wife, Vanessa, especially the mother. Okay? The mother, Pam, and Joe, the father, Joe, thought that she was a gold digger and thought she wasn't good enough for Kobe. And this goes a lot of times in the black community, where parents who are in a two-parent household, who are basically running it, the wife usually doesn't approve of the woman. And this goes on a lot. And what parents have to understand, you're not married to her. If your son chooses, because I went through this with my mother, if you choose this woman to be your wife, parents, you have to understand that's who they love. Then you tried to sell his stuff behind his back when you could have came to him and asked him. He bought you a house. He gave you money. He did these things. Now, was Kobe Bryant perfect? Absolutely not. Kobe is far from perfect. There is no perfect human being on this world. I don't care what picture people paint, they're not perfect. If they say they're perfect, they're freaking liars, and I don't want them in my circle, my square, or even around me, or my triangle of friends, or my line of friends. I don't even have a circle, square, or anything. So I don't want them around me. Now, I want to wait to see what Vanessa says, but we don't know because Kobe has not had a great relationship with his parents. And his parents haven't had a relationship with him because they do not like the Terrell stupid. They do not like his wife. And they never did. Now, do I think it's some truth to that? Yeah, I think it's some truth to that because Vanessa is in beef with her real mother, her biological mother, who she came out the womb. She got beef with her. So to me, these families have made it about them instead of honoring Kobe. To me, the parents, Joe and Pam, never got along with his wife. They didn't come out to the wedding. They basically shunned their way away from Kobe. Now, if you go to Casino for Life's channel, he'll explain all of this in the Kobe Bryant versus Allen Iverson beef. Please go look at that. Casino for Life, pull that video up. You will get all the information on what happened between both parties, the family and with the with Vanessa, the wife. Now, I side with that. I have been through this, that the mothers who are in love with their sons are very, very territorial. I know because my mother is the same way. If you're a woman, you bring a woman around, they're very territorial. Ain't no woman gonna be good enough for you as if you're the son. And this is me talking to all the men out there who have overprotective damn moms. I'm not a mama's boy, never been. I had both parents. Me and my dad, I was closer to my father than my mother. I always gravitated to my father. I was around my mom, but I was mainly with my dad. My dad taught me how to be a man, so all that like sly stuff, them tendencies, none fall inside of me. So the thing I got from my mother was her attitude and her aggression and her over talking people. I have a problem with that. And that's something I've had to work on. My calm side, my sitting back, listening side, that comes from my father because he was very laid back. So I don't want to make this about me. I know you guys are like, HD, don't make this about you. Get to the story. Okay. The thing is, moms who are overprotective, that woman you get, men, this is all my men out here with mothers like mine, there will be no woman that is good enough to be with you. It's just the facts. Your mom will never approve of that woman no matter what. And if your mom likes that girl that she wants you to be with, 9 times out of 10, you can't stand that beach at all. So that's the ones they like, the one you can't stand. Those are the ones they like. So the thing with me is, the friend said it, the parents didn't say it, so the friend basically came out and said this and not the parents. I wish the parents would have voiced how they felt, and to me, I understand that why they didn't come. They were upset with Kobe because Kobe sued them over his memorabilia, and they were upset he married that girl, and they were upset because Kobe cut them off. He cut them off. And they've been upset and petty ever since. And people were like, oh, well, they were disrespected and that. I wouldn't be surprised if they were. There's truth to that too. They could have been disrespected. I'm not taking either side. I'm just speaking what the facts are. Were they disrespected? Most likely they were. But I don't want people to come out here and paint them as the victim. No, this is on both parties' fault. Both parties are at fault. It's not all Kobe fault, and it's not all Joe and Pam's fault or Vanessa's fault. It's not all of their fault. Vanessa is going through it right now. She just lost her husband and her baby and one of her daughters that she was real close to. They were real close. And she's trying to put everything together. Now, she has a lot of stuff she's going through. She's suing the fire department. She's suing the police department on how they handled her husband and daughter's death, how they were taking pictures, just doing so much unprofessional things. It's not even funny. But I'm just saying, don't go into this blaming just Kobe, because you know all these haters gonna come out, man. He's rude. He sued his mom and dad. Look, I'll sue my mom and my sister, anybody. Don't F with my stuff. My mother asked me before she touched any of my stuff, is it all right for me to do this? Then I give her the permission. That's what Joe and Pam should have did. But no, they felt in their mind, we got his stuff, whatever. They were bitter and they had an attitude, because I know I've been around parents like them. Now, Vanessa and everything, if Vanessa didn't do this, if this wasn't true, then Vanessa, I am disappointed in you. You still have to try to reach out, and you still have to do things and pull strings to get them there. Now, Vanessa may not have had the power to get them there. She may not have been able to get free tickets for them. You don't know. We don't know the situation. That's why I'm saying we don't need to jump down Vanessa's throat. We need to actually sit back and see what's going on first. Once we see what's going on first, then we can move. Then we could do what we got to do. But until then, guys, we have got to be careful in jumping to conclusion, because the more you jump to conclusions, the more you're going to look like an idiot when everything unfolds. So we'll see, man. Thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you like what you hear, you can donate to the page by Cash Apping me at the word welcome, the number 2, and an HDIITV. Thank you for listening. We're out. Deezy.